Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Many of you out there who are active on the social media would have seen this character. I think she has said a lot of wise things. But on this occasion, I think she has got the wrong end of the stick. Instead of the thick end of the whip, she has got the business end of the whip. Because if she was that smart, she would realize that the joke is on her. Listen to what she has got to say.
Chinhu chaunopuhwa nezano imombe yekuchengeteswa ndeyekukama ukarengenzira. Ati makapiwa dzimba muchitengerwa dzimotikari muchitisotesa isusu vana vachamisa. Ini kambenera change. Kasati vanhu vanokambenera change vanhu vane tunhu twavo. Kuti vanodya zvavanenge vawana, vanhu vanodya zvavanoda. Vanhu vasina chavainacho ndovanokambenera zano. Vamwe vakapiwa masitenzi vakamatorerwa, hamufunge hamudzidze. Zano inongobuda nguva yekukambena, makapedza kukambena wangu wachifunga kuti imba iyoyo chagara nayo. Uri dzuvhuranda, ungapiwe imba utadza kupiwa matitle deeds. Oti imba ndeyako wakapiwa imba. Uri dzungairwa, chikoro chakangonakawo. Vese vekambenera zano muri kupiwa. Vamwe vakutenga kufamba vakapfeka madhaipa. Vamwe vabva vanyarara kuti zii kuti mbombopo inonzi zano. Inobuda nguva yemakambeni chete. Hamufungi hamudzidzi. Ndiani akambopuhwa chinhu nezano akagara nacho. Unochitorerwa chete. Yezvomwenye warugara mutikidzi. Tikidzi dzakutoimba kuti asingadenga abude mufulati. Mapurisa nemasoja salari yenyu ibreakfast yemadhara. Inonzi zano hamusati mataka. Saka muri kuti udzire. Peka umwe ujombo, wakabata umwe bhuku ngeunogona kuverenga bhuku ra. Muchitire zano uchi. Mukanwa muno.
Well, you can't deny what that she's saying is true. How many times have many people supported Zanu PF only for the party to let them down? Countless times. But if the truth be said, how many times has MDC CCC supporters supported the party only to be let down? Countless times. There is no MDC supporter, CCC supporter who can deny that the number one reason why MDC and CCC leaders have been elected into office, people risking everything to elect those people into office, was so that they could implement the democratic reforms or the democratic changes to end the Zanu PF dictatorship. The party itself was named after that. It's the Movement for Democratic Change. Now, if you are Machinja, as she is claiming there, ask yourself, what changes have the MDC brought in 25 years on the political stage, including the 5 years in the GNU? Not one. And yet, Machinja, you continue supporting the party. In 2023, Chamisa assured his supporters that he had plugged all the vote-rigging loopholes. Triple C was going to win big. He even invoked the name of God. God is in it. And yet, did he win? Zanu PF Mnangagwa went on to blatantly rig those elections. The very thing that Chamisa said was not going to happen. And now those Chamisa chete members are being asked, do you accept that Chamisa lied to you? And the big surprise is many of them cannot bring themselves round to accepting it. This is a sick joke. You cannot even accept a simple, basic truth that Chamisa said one thing and it did not happen. And the only natural conclusion is when he said it, he lied. You cannot say, I've plugged all the vote-rigging loopholes. And then when the elections are held, you turn around and say, oh, Zanu PF rigged the elections. So you didn't plug all the vote-rigging loopholes. What is even more intriguing here is that Chamisa himself knew he had not plugged all the vote-rigging loopholes. He did not even deploy election agencies at all the polling stations, which is the most obvious thing for anyone to do. And it's not because he didn't have the money to pay those election agents. He did. And one of his senior member during that time, Chilton Wende, is now coming out and saying, yes, he did not. And not only that, he pocketed the money. Used some of the money to buy cars. How absurd that can be. How many opposition Chamisa chete brigade members out there accept that reality? The tragedy is refusing to accept that reality is not helping the situation, because in 3 years' time, 2028, Chamisa will come back and make the same idiotic promise that he's going to win those elections. And you will believe him. And you will participate in those flawed elections, giving Zanu PF legitimacy and thus perpetuating the dictatorship. If the truth be said, the ancient Greeks were right. They are the ones who gave humanity democracy, government of the people, by the people, for the people. But even back 2,500 years ago, they had figured it out and come to the conclusion that democracy will only work if the said people are educated, knowledgeable, objective, and diligent in carrying out their secret duty of holding those in public office to account. The truth of the matter is, Zimbabwe's electorate on both sides of the political divide, be it Zanu PF supporters, be it MDC CCC supporters, they have none of those qualities. None. And this is the reason why they are easily conned into participating in flawed elections on the basis of an idiotic lie. Like it or not, this joke is not on Zanu PF supporters only. This joke, sick as it is on the MDC CCC supporters themselves too. You are ignorant, naive, and gullible. And in your own idiotic ways, both of you are playing your part in helping to keep Zanu PF in power. Here is Mnangagwa reminding the nation of the role, the true role that the MDC CCC leaders have been playing, particularly since the 2008 to 2013 GNU.
I'm happy kuti in Zimbabwe hakuna friction between the ruling party and the opposition party. But it is critically important that we must have an opposition which must check on the ruling party. So members of the opposition, make sure you deal with the ruling party. Don't make them sick. Make sure you make them busy, the opposition. Musamboregera nyanga vakadini rambai muchimbo criticize kuseni masikati criticize. That way munovabatsira kuti varambe vari mupower. Nokuti vanenge vachidiscover mistakes avo vachita vachicorrect. Ivi muchingorova nokuti mukasi varova vanorelaxa mozotora power. So my advice to opposition, please be serious in opposition. Nokuti murambe muri mu opposition.
The truth of the matter is, the opposition had their best opportunity to implement the democratic reforms during the 2008 to 2018 GNU. They failed to implement even one token reform. Not even one token reform. Some of the opposition supporters out there are in the habit of blaming a few select individuals for the opposition's failure to bring about meaningful change. The likes of Segezo Savango, whom we saw in that video clip, yes, he has played his part in helping keep Zanu PF in power since the 2023 election. But what I would like to remind those people is that the real damage, legitimacy, Mnangagwa got legitimacy after rigging the 2023 elections from the participation in the flawed elections. And it wasn't Savango who conned 2 million people to participate. It was Nelson Chamisa. And Savango was not among those who even after SADC and the AU had come out with a report condemning those elections as flawed, who insisted in taking up his gravitating seat. Others, like Fazai Mairi, David Coulthard, Shelton Wende, are the ones who insisted in taking up their seats. And that's giving the regime legitimacy. Savango only stepped in to recall some of those people before they were no more than a few weeks old in Parliament. But that by then the damage had been done. It is ironic that universal suffrage, which should be a blessing, has turned out to be a curse in the case of Zimbabwe. Because it has given the vote to people who, by the ancient Greeks' standards, should really not exercise the right to vote. They don't have the education, the knowledge, the objectivity, and the diligence to hold leaders to account. They are so easily conned that they have now turned their leaders into demigods. They worship them. One of the reasons why many of these MDC CCC supporters cannot accept that Chamisa lied is because they've got this personality cult mentality where Chamisa has become a demigod who can do nothing wrong. And to accept that Chamisa lied is just too much for them. They cannot accept it. Yet the truth of the matter is Chamisa is a mere mortal. And not only that, we've got documentary evidence to show that he's incredibly corrupt, incompetent, a liar, and a conman. Why anyone would continue to follow such an individual blindly beggars belief. That is our case. And as long as we have got ignorant, naive, and gullible Zimbabweans out there, we have the vote. We are stuck. Because there will always be somebody to take advantage of them. If it was not Mugabe, it's Mnangagwa. If it's not going to be Mnangagwa, it's Chiwenga. If it was not Morgan Tsvangirai, it's Chamisa. If Chamisa goes, anybody else who comes around, they will follow him or her blindly. That is our case. And it is laughable that the Chamisa Chete brigade members should be mocking the Zanu PF zealots for their folly in voting for Zanu PF because they have accepted bribes. When even their own party leaders, MDC members, are known for being easily bribed by Zanu PF. and they, the members themselves, for blindly following the party members. This is the tragedy of Zimbabwe. It's a lot more complex than some of the simpletons would want us to believe. Thank you very much. Have a good night.